Hello and welcome to an episode of City Car Driving. In this episode, I'm going to be doing a mod review on this Rover Supercharged. This is a 2008 model. Anyway, first, looking at the exterior of this mod, you can see that, yeah, it's a little bit bland, but it's decently detailed and you can live with it. Now, on the outside, brake lights, all that stuff works. You have the top brake light too, and in the front, you have headlights, low beams, and high beams. The hazard lights work. So do all the turn signals, and everything you would expect to work does work. Now with the engine on, I'm just going to let you listen to it a little bit. Okay, I had the same issue last video where this guy, where a guy will always just come right up on you. Anyway, seatbelt on and take the parking brake off. Okay, that was a tight turn. Surprised I didn't hit anything there. And I just backed into something. Anyway, in this episode, there's going to be a few top speed runs, but really, most of it's just going to be casual driving and actually obeying road laws. Just something I haven't really done in a video. Now that we're on the interior, though, you can look at this and see how everything looks. There is wood and everything in the interior here. It's pretty decently modeled. It's not perfect, obviously, but it's a lot better than some other mods. Some of the textures in here are a little bit lower res, but it's okay. Really, that's the theme of this mod. Everything is not great, but it's okay. It's just a fine mod. Now, obviously, this is four-wheel drive. However, you don't really have an option. It's just permanent all-wheel drive. Or you don't have a selector. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get out into the highway and see what speed I can get up to. And really, if you're just cruising around, this mod is extremely quiet. And now we're just going to sit here for a few hours in traffic. Anyway, about 2 years later, and we're on the road. I'm going to get on the highway. We're going to see how much guts this engine has. It's a supercharged version of the Range Rover. See how that? Okay, brakes aren't the best. Getting out onto the highway here, and it seems to be very jammed up. That's not good. I'll be honest that even though this mod is supposed to be the supercharged model of the Range Rover, it doesn't really feel all that fast, as you will see here. I floor it, 40, 50, 60. It doesn't really feel like a gutsy engine. And we'll get up to speed, like right now we're going 90. I feel like this mod, when it was made, it didn't take too long to make. I mean, obviously, it's a decent mod, so it would have taken some time, but not an absurd amount. There's not an absurd amount of attention to detail. And this is where you can see just how bad the brakes are. Anyway, just get up to highway speeds. As you'd expect with the Range Rover, the car, when you go like this, it roly-poly. It's definitely pretty roly-poly. But I mean, that's to be expected. I've been in some mods where there's just none of that. And then also, when you floor it or stamp on the brake, the car yawls and that sort of thing. And you can even see that from the outside a little bit too. And it's a Range Rover, so let's go see how good it does. Random cop honking at me? Bitch, get out of my way. Get out of my way. I'm a Range Rover driver, so I'm a cop. There we go. Anyway, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by that cop honking for no particular reason, since this is a Range Rover, we're going to go see how it does not on the road. Because on the road, it's basic. Just normal. But before we go off-road, we're going to see how it can take a few corners and see if the mod feels realistic. Currently going 100, and really this isn't a sharp corner, so we're going to wait a minute. Okay, yeah, that was not intentional. Let's just say that. The best part about having this roly-poly suspension is that when you go over bumps or, I don't know, you crash or something like that, the car is just going all over the place. So it's pretty fun. Even though it's a Range Rover and it's a big SUV, it is pretty fun. The fastest I got this up to was about 125, so it's not absurdly fast. It's not as fast as it would be in real life. In real life, I believe it can go about 155, but don't quote me. Okay, I just thought about something. Since I want to go off-road, I think I'm going to turn around and just head back the way I came, because I don't exactly know the whole map, but I do know some of the map, and I know that where I came from, there is an area where I can go off-road. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to pull a U-turn here. If you could move. Hello? Dude. Move. So, we're going to head back this way, find a curvy road, see how roly-poly it's going to be, and then that's going to be the end of it. And then we're going to go on to and then we're going to do a little bit of off-roading. Here's the curvy road I was looking for. That was that. Yeah, that wasn't expected. Let's retry that. Oh, and it appears we're running a little low on fuel. Okay, now we're going to try to do this road here. Okay, and I'm stuck behind a guy doing about 2. I'll wait for him to move. Now let's see. That went horribly. That is horribly as my birth. Okay, I know I said I had to obey road laws, but screw that shit, because we're gonna do some off-roading here. This isn't what I meant to do, but climb that with basically no problem. So yeah, its off-roading ability is pretty spot on. See how fast I can get it going like here. Last suspension is doing its job, that's for sure. Vroom. And for the interior, it really doesn't look that uncomfortable. So it has that aspect of a Range Rover. You know, I could do this all day. We're going 75 on a dirt road. Wait, I called it a dirt road. It's not even a road. I will say, just like with basically every mod in this game, well, actually every car in this game, there's a bit of a weird thing with the physics where you really cannot slide the cars. It's something with the way that grip is determined in the game. Sliding cars just doesn't really work. And also, sometimes power delivery is a bit weird, as you can see right there. You know, I think that is pretty good. So, summary of this mod. Well, it does actually chew through fuel, because I filled it up right before I started this, which is extremely realistic because these things are gas hogs. And I really like the way the suspension is set up. It's wallowy, but that's kind of the point of a Range Rover. And everything that you would expect to work does work. The interior is modeled. I feel that the interior, it doesn't bother me at all, because as long as you're not looking at the other parts of the interior, pretty much everything's fine. Unless you actually do try to look at the gauges, which you can't really see them too well. So, pretty good mod. I'd recommend it. Right there's just mod creator on Instagram. So anyway, I hope you liked this episode, and goodbye.